Hey everyone, it's Cygnus, and welcome back to All the Magic Spellbound. Today, we're going to be unlocking the secrets of nature with nature's aura. Remember to leave a like on the video if you enjoy, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And while you're down there, you might as well go and hit the bell icon too. Anyway, without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, so Nature's Aura is a mod that honestly, I've been a little afraid to get into just because the mod itself is very risky. There's a lot that can go wrong. So Nature's Aura is a semi-tech, semi-magic mod where you pull energy from the area around you and you can use that to power various systems. And you can also add energy to the area around you. This energy is called aura to improve the quality or imbue certain effects, such as like haste or something, to the entire vicinity. Now, where this becomes something that's a little dangerous is tampering with the aura of a region can impact it. It can actually cause that biome or that general vicinity to change. So if you pull all the aura out of an area, it'll become desolate and nothing can grow there. You might even at some point start taking damage if you're there for too long. And if you add too much aura to an area, it might become overgrown and stuff will start growing in places it shouldn't very quickly, which can be cool, but also a nuisance, especially if you're trying to maintain a clean lawn. Everything just starts blooming. But we're going to get into it and we're going to make it work and we're going to find a way to do it well. So you've probably noticed these little weird particles that are floating around. That means this area is rich in aura. So this is actually where we're going to be starting with Nature's Aura. Now, in order to get started, we needed to make the book that we see here. And this book of natural aura will guide us through most of what we need to do, but we are going to have to sort of figure it out as we go. So the very first thing that we need to do is we need to make brilliant fiber. Now, what is brilliant fiber, you might ask? Brilliant fiber is going to allow us to create brilliant trees. Without brilliant trees, we can't progress through the mod. So we're going to make some of this, make 24 of it, and then we're also going to plant a few oak saplings, and we're going to make use of this essence of raging life that we have to grow these up nice and quick. So basically, we will grow these up one by one. The middle ones are going to be bigger, I guess. It's going to alternate like that, I think. There we go. And then we're going to get up on top of them. So we have to grab some flight, and we're going to place this brilliant fiber on the tippy top of the tree. With it there, we'll be able to just, once it's up there, we will just have to wait, and it should eventually turn the tree into a brilliant tree. So we can go ahead and do this, that. Let's get this one over here, this one over here, right there, and it'll just go through this process and start making this whole tree set into brilliant trees. And I think we just have to wait for it to grow. So this will take a little bit. So we're pretty much just stuck while we wait for these trees to bloom into brilliant trees, which they will in time, and then we'll collect their brilliant leaves. So the reason we wanted to do this here is because they will spread to any tree within a close range. So we want to make sure there's nothing around that they're going to end up spreading to, because it can get out of hand and you can end up with way too much aura in an area way too fast. So we're actually gonna even clear these out. I don't even know if these are too close, but hopefully it should be fine. But we're gonna wait this out. You can already see it's starting to turn some of the leaves gold. And we will be back in just a minute once we've gotten at least a few more golden leaves to start working with, because that's what we're going to need. We need the golden leaf. Oh, I fell. We need the golden leaves to get this mod properly going. So I'll go ahead and put this brilliant fiber on the rest of the trees, and I will see you guys in a minute. All right, so I think the amount that's grown so far should be enough. So let's go see if it's fully made into golden leaves. Yeah, that should be fine. And I think if we do shapeless, oh, dang it. Let's not do that again. That didn't go as planned. Because we need these trees to have their leaves. So we can go ahead and just take it off of the ones that are fully grown. There we go. Getting a couple. Yep, like that and that. Okay, so we just need a few, and we'll let these trees grow up on their own. But we should cut this one down, just because it's not going to grow its leaves back. Let's go ahead and plant it, and we can make it bloom. And once it's fully grown, it should, yeah. So it'll pick up the golden leaves spread from the other trees. Now that we have the golden leaf, we can start making progress into the mod. So this golden leaf we need to turn directly into gold powder. That's pretty much the only thing we're going to need from it. And we're also going to need some wooden stands. So it's a good thing we gathered all of that wood earlier. So we need to make the wooden stands, which is made like so. So we need to make 8 of them. So we're going to need a few more leaves than I thought. That's a pain. Because we need 8 of them, but we don't have enough. So we're going to wait this out, and hopefully those leaves will come in quick. Alright, so this is going to take a considerable amount of time, but we've waited about 20 minutes, so we're going to go ahead and collect some leaves now. Because we need them pretty much immediately. So we're just going to grab all of these up. Get as many as we can, really. Yeah, 24 should be fine. And we're going to make some more of these wooden stands. So let's do that. There we go. Nope, we don't actually have our wood on us, do we? No, we do. There it is. Only 2 of it, though. We need more wood. Okay, let's quickly grab that. Good thing we are just surrounded by so many trees. We never have to worry about it. But let's go ahead and try that again. And we just need 3 more. Yep, that's all we need. Now we'll go ahead and get the reward for that right here. Oh, it gave us 16 leaves. How nice of them. Because we can turn those 16 leaves into the gold powder that we need. Now, with this gold powder, and now with these wooden stands, we're going to pretty much immediately start setting up a very simple ritual called the Ritual of the Forest, which we're going to do down here. Just because, like, this is where we're going to be generating aura, and this is where we're going to have all of our aura. So, we set 1 block in the middle. Then we're just going to make a simple little circle, much like the rituals from Ars Nouveau. Just going around it. And this is going to be for the Ritual of the Forest. I believe there's a few other ritual options, but this is the one that we're doing, and I think I set something up wrong. Yeah, I think we need 1 more of those stands, and then we'll be able to do that. So let's grab that, and we can place that. Now, essentially, all we need to do for this is just place the items that it requires in the specific order and activate it with a gold powder. So we can go ahead and start some of those. I think we just need, yeah, gold leaf, oak sapling, and spider eye. So we have our gold leaves, we have our oak saplings, and I think we have our spider eyes too. We just don't have gold, so we'll go and grab that real fast. Now these rituals are relatively simple, but we have to be very careful because we can overdo it. It's very easy to end up draining all of the aura from an area and watching all of your plants suddenly and without warning die. So that's why we're getting the item that we're getting. We want to be able to monitor the amount of aura in a vicinity, which we can't do without doing this first. So let's go ahead and place that there, that there, that there, and then a spider eye. I think it's all relative positioning. So we should be able to do that, and then I think we activate it with gold powder? No, we do not. I'll need to check real quick exactly how we need to do this, so if you'll give me just a moment, please. Alright, so I am very out of practice with this mod, and I realized we just need to place the sapling in the middle and then grow it. And that should start the process for the Ritual of the Forest, I believe. Let me check one more time. And we'll see if this actually works for it. So I am a fool and I forgot that there also needs to be some gold dust on the ground in a specific arrangement, which looks like that. So I think we need to actually pull this out a little bit farther. Let me see how big it's supposed to be. We can go ahead and rebuild this in the way it's supposed to be. So we've set that there, and let's grab our stands again and try this one more time from the top. See, I did practice this mod, but I guess I just forgot some of the things that were important. So let's do that. And this gold powder effectively works like redstone. So you'll see it's just going to go around here. And then we just need to place the sapling in the middle. That's the middle. And now we can properly put together the ritual like we were initially trying to do, but failed because we didn't read the instructions. Read the instructions, people. It will save you a lot of time. Time that would otherwise be wasted. I think that's it. Let me double check. Yeah, that's all we have to do. Now we just need to make it grow. So we can force the ritual to start by doing that. And you'll see it'll start collecting a bunch of aura, pulling it into the tree. It's going to do that, and it'll eventually convert the tree into the item that we want. So we're going to stand back a bit, and there it is. That's the item we need. So the item it just dropped is the environmental charm. We can set this in our charms if we have an open slot. Let's see, we don't need the emblem of the monster slayer on right now. And you'll see in the top left, we have aura around, which tells us the general aura quality in the vicinity of where we are. And with that, we'll be able to monitor essentially just how bad things are getting and if they're getting bad, which we're gonna need to do that a lot. Now, we can't just sort of sit by and wait for aura to make itself, because we're going to need a lot of it, and if we don't start generating it, we're going to run out of it. Now, the way we can do that is we're going to need to progress up to aura creation, which you can see up here. But to get up there, we have to do a couple of other things, including bottling up the weather. And that's not inaccurate. That is exactly what we're going to be doing. So we're going to go into the book, and we're going to need to pull up the entry pages for how to make these different things. So the first one we can make is bottled sunlight. So while we're in the overworld, we're going to be able to collect actual sunlight. But in order to collect it, we are going to need bottles and corks. So let's go into, where was it? Ah, here it is. So we just need to make a simple bottle and cork. And it's a very simple, and it's a very simple recipe. So we can go ahead and just make that as soon as we can. Let's grab that. Let's make ourselves some wood, and let's make a bunch of bottles and corks. So we're going to need a few of these because we're going to need a lot of the resources that it's going to provide us. So the first thing we need to do is just right click while we're here. Just get some bottled sunlight. Get 3 of those. Then let's run into the nether and do the same, because we're going to bottle some ghosts. Yeah, you heard me right. We're bottling ghosts today. So, boop, boop, boop. And we got 3 bottled ghosts, and we'll go back through, and then we're going to run to the end and bottle some darkness, which that's a neat little thing. So run through here, blah, blah, blah. And we can warp straight to the end and bottle 3 more bottles of that. And then we can just head right back. All right, so with those 3 bottles, we can now complete that quest. And now we're going to be able to start creating aura. But to do that, we do need a couple of extra steps. You'll see there's some things going on here. There's infused iron ingots, there's tokens, there's a lot going on. So we're going to need to make some of those things in order to get started with this process. The tokens you see here are just different valuable items that represent different emotions that natural things can have, or really anything can have. And we're going to need to make each of those tokens if we want to proceed with this mod much farther. So we're actually going to do that as quickly as we can. So I'm going to go gather all of the resources we need for it, and we're just gonna knock those out one by one repeatedly as quickly as we can, because we need to get to aura generation fast before we start running out. So I will see you guys in just a minute. Alright, and after some considerable time spent just finding all the resources, we are now ready to actually start setting up the rituals themselves. So we'll place that sapling, and we're going to set these around here to start making all of these different totems. So we're just gonna zoom through this real quick, but I have all of the items you'll need in my inventory right here if you want to pause. This section is 3 of them, and then this is the 4th. So we're just gonna go through this real quick and make these rituals as needed. So first one's up is I believe it's the Token of Joy. This ought to be fun. All right, we've got it placed, so let's make the tree grow. There we go. Time for the Token of Joy. All right, and there it is, our Token of Joy. We'll take that, and then we'll start putting all of these items in their place. And we'll need some more of this gold dust, so let's go ahead and make that real quick. There we go. That should be enough. And let's go ahead and place our saplings and our gold dust, and then make our second one. I don't know which one this one is, but we'll find out. I think I placed everything in the right order. I did. So I'm not sure if it's specific on what needs to be where, but, well, this one definitely worked. So if I did it wrong, I won't know. And for the second one, I believe it's just we need to have some of the items in the right order. We're already out of that. More gold powder. This is a gold powder expensive process. Oh, geez. Okay. Where did I put my shears? Alright, so just grabbing some more leaves. There we go. And there's our gold powder. I think we'll have enough this time, and I don't think I'm wrong. Go ahead and place that. Make it grow. Oh, it grew into a 2 tree. I'm glad they didn't break the ritual. That would have been awkward. And there it is. And then we'll move on to the next one as quickly as we can. So that, and then one there, one there, one there. Place the tree, and let's get this dust done around here and grow the tree. There we go. And I think that's our last one, because we have 1, 2, 3. Oh, we made 2 tokens of fear. Oh, wait, no, it makes 2 every time. That's good to know. So now we have those, and there's our 2 tokens of sorrow. So that's all of our tokens. And so we can just immediately start moving on to the next step, which is going to be not making the aura creation as much as I may hope. No, instead, we actually have to skip all the way up here to the Nature's Altar. And the Nature's Altar, very simple to make, just need some stone, gold, and a Token of Joy. And then with the Nature's Altar, we're going to be able to set up a multi-block, which will allow us to get the infused iron ingot and set up our aura creation, which is where we're going to stop with this episode today. So I'm going to go and grab the resources we'll need to make this, and then we'll go ahead and build the multi-block structure and get this process started. So I will be right back in just a moment. All right, we are back, and it's now day 200, so celebration, I guess. We made it 200 days. So let's go ahead and get this ritual set up, and we're going to make this and zoom right past it to get what we need, and we'll have to make the multi-block structure because we're going quick today. There's no time to wait for this stuff. So we'll go ahead and save this. We need 3 stone, gold, Token of Joy. So let's grab our Token of Joy. It's gonna be 3 stone, leave like that. Yep. And then we place our gold, Token of Joy, and our leaf. And then we're going to plant our sapling and grow it up. There we go. And this is going to make the altar, which we're going to need a multi-block structure, which while this goes, we're going to actually go ahead and pull that up. So I believe it is in Harnessing Aura, and we have the natural altar is what we're going to start with. So you'll see here, it's a pretty interesting natural structure, or it's a pretty interesting structure, and it has to be built to the letter. So we are going to visualize this, and so we are going to visualize this and get this ready to be built. So we'll build it right over here, clear out some of this. We're going to just build it right there. Okay, so this is where we're building it. Let's get some stuff ready, and I'll convert some of the stone that we need into the correct stone blocks as needed. But we can go ahead and just start placing everything that we need as we need it. So we'll place that there. That's the first block, and then we can just clear this area out. So I'll see you guys in a minute once I've cleared this out. Now, in addition to these wood blocks, we're also going to need a simple block just called golden stone bricks. So we'll grab the 8 that we need and start placing those as we go. So we don't need it on all of them, just on some of them. So we'll go ahead and build these. So we'll go ahead and build these pillars up, and then we just have to start placing these. So I think anything can be underneath this. It's not showing anything, so I'll just place that, and yeah, we'll just go around here filling this out, and we should be done in just a second. So I'll go ahead and skip you guys over to that. All right, and it's done. Now this is going to start accruing aura in it, and you'll see in the top left our aura is going down, but the natural aura in this is going up. So that's a good thing for us, but it's also a bad thing because that aura is going to go down a lot faster than we're going to be able to recover it. So we're going to have to get started quick. Otherwise, we are not going to have enough aura to sustain this for that long. So we can go ahead and place these iron ingots on it, and that's just going to immediately start turning them into infused iron ingots. And once we've done that, we can then switch over to actually making the things that we need. So we got the Staff of Shadows. Don't know what that does just yet. And that. But we're going to move to aura creation right here. And you'll see we just have to build a pretty simple structure and then a Herbivorous absorber. Now, if we open up our book, we'll see what that does. So under creating aura, we have Herbivorous absorber. It consumes any small flower in the close vicinity and converts their energy into aura. Caveat, however, is that the supplying it with one and the same flower constantly will cause it to lose the ability to consume that flower's aura, meaning you have to supply it with different kinds of flowers after one another. So for the absorber to reach maximum efficiency, you have to cycle about 6 or so different kinds to keep it going. And we can set up an automated process with that to automatically cycle through flowers and place them as they get consumed. And that'll just be done with dispensers, but we can collect all the flowers and get that going properly. So let's go ahead and make these items. So we need 2 things, and we'll go ahead and pull those from our quest book. The Canopy Diminisher, and we need the Herbivorous absorber. And also the Canopy Diminisher is another way to absorb aura. So if you place it close to oak trees, it'll cause only certain sized oaks to grow, and then it will turn any saplings that were growing into big trees get turned into a substantial amount of aura that is fed into the environment. So what we can do is we can actually automate that process pretty effectively. So let's go ahead and see what we need to make it. We need peony and 1 more infused iron ingot. So we'll make a couple of these real quick, and then we'll go on the hunt for peony. I haven't actually seen any of that, so I'll have to check our seed chest to see if we have it. But we can actually set up an automated process that every single oak tree that will try and grow will grow into a big oak tree. And then they can automatically be converted into aura, and then that will essentially just create boundless aura for us, and we can turn it on or off how we need, and yeah, we'll be able to just generate mass amounts of aura without much risk. So let's go and see if we have any peony, and if we don't, go find it. I'm hoping we do. I think we do. We don't have it. I have to go looking. Oh no, don't know where peony is going to be. Maybe it'll be in this forest. Forest doesn't really have it. Ooh, hello. I didn't know this was here. That's cool. I need that gold. Peony! Oh, we found it. Okay. We have found peony. This is good. This is very good. What are you doing? That was offensive to look at. Anyways, let's go ahead and warp home. If we can. Is there... Hello? A lot of guys around here. I suppose it is nighttime, so this makes sense, but doesn't make it any less offensive. Anyways, we're warping home now. We're gonna sleep and then make the things that we... Actually, I think we can just make it immediately since we have it. There we go. That's the Herbivorous Absorber and the Canopy Diminisher. We just need to make a bit of bone meal. Easy. And Canopy Diminisher. There we go. Now, the last thing that we need to make now that we have both of those is the Aura Cache. This is a pretty easy thing to make. Just need some infused rock, turning stone over, and requires us to be in the overworld, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to sleep because I want to get this stuff done. Because with the cache, we can finally start repairing our items. So we're going to set up real quick a little aura farm right over here. And we're just going to use the Canopy Diminisher as our first go-to. So just set these a bit of a distance apart. I'm doing 3 blocks. Canopy Diminisher should work for that range. And the trick to this is to force them to grow big. If you do that, then your life will be easy. And then we can set the Canopy Diminisher here and just go ahead and grow these up to turn them into aura. And it should start working almost immediately. But I'll have to double check because there might be some extra steps we need. So I did get confirmation these do need to actually grow naturally, so we'll plant them and they'll grow naturally on their own, but yeah, we can't force them to grow or the canopy thing doesn't work how it's supposed to. Now, I will double check and make sure there's not any additional steps that need to be taken, but I think that should be fine, and we'll be able to start generating aura pretty quickly. And while we're doing that, we're going to go and make the stone that we need in order to make the cache. And the cache is what's going to allow us to finally start repairing our tools and armor that have nature's mending. So let's make 4 of these, and we've gotten that. It's going to give us a bunch more. And then we're going to make our cache, which I think, yeah, it should just require a bucket, and we can go ahead and make a bucket for it because it is going to consume that bucket. And we can do that. There we go. Aura cache, which we can put on our belt. And it should just start automatically refueling, but it may prefer repairing our armor first. Armor and tools. But I think we need to charge it first. Let me see. Yeah, that's going to charge up. That's going to drain a lot of nature from the area. So hopefully it'll, this will grow quick because we're going to run out of aura much faster than we can replenish it. But once we're done with this is pretty much the only thing I wanted to get immediately done. But with the aura cache, we can eventually move on to upgrading to the aura trove, which is just a bigger cache. But you may notice that there's a suspicious little thing going on right here, right to the left of aura creation. And that actually has to do with the next episode. We are going to be getting into astral sorcery so that we can create boundless aura for all of this setup. That's why I'm not too worried about that or how we're going to do all the flowers, because we're going to be making it with the stars. So that's going to be it for today. Thank you all so much for watching, and if you enjoyed, go ahead and leave a like on the video and subscribe if you haven't already. In the next episode, we're going to be mapping the stars with astral sorcery. I'll see you all in the next video, and until then, bye-bye.